Okay guys, I'm going to apologize in advance for the shadow over here, but I kind of can't avoid it. Set up your paper for 2-column notes. We're going to review solving proportions. This is something that you should have already learned in either 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember which one, but I know for sure 7th grade, but I think it was introduced in 6th. I'm going to show you 2 different methods to do this. First is a more traditional route, and the second one is going to be a shortcut. So you should be doing these on the back of your solving proportions paper. Alright, so first method is something called ways and means, or using an equation. We're just going to call it using an equation. This method is important to see because some of the proportions that you are going to solve at some point are going to be a little bit more difficult and are going to require this method. So let's say we have a proportion of 3/4 equals 10 over x. So now it's not totally obvious as to what you would multiply 3 by to get 10, so we do need to do something a little bit different. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross multiply. We know that proportions should have equal cross products, so this 4 times 10 should equal this cross product of 3 times x. Okay, so we know that 4 times 10 is 40, and that should equal 3x. Now you know solving multiplication problems, all you have to do is the inverse, and the inverse of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 3. And we're going to get x equals 13.3 repeating, or 13 1/3, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so that will solve our proportion and give us an answer. So that's one way to do it. I'm going to show you just one more example of that really quick. I'm going to do 2/5 equals 8 over x. Now I know that this would be pretty obvious that you multiply 2 times 4 to get 8, so you multiply 5 times 4 to keep the equality, but that's why I did this one, just so that we can look at it really quick. So we're going to have 5 times 8, which is 40, and I did not plan that. And that should equal our cross product on the other side of the 2x, 2 times x, which is 2x. Okay, so again, because it's multiplication, we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2, so x equals 20, which if we did 5 times 4, just like 2 times 4 would give us 8, if we did 5 times 4, we'd get 20, so we know that is right. So that's one way to do it. Quicker way to do it is just to cross multiply and divide. Okay, so just cross multiply and divide. It is exactly the same thing that you were doing up here. It's just all in one step. So if our problem was the 2/5 equals 8x, we are just going to cross multiply the 2 that are actually across from each other, and then divide by what's left. So we're going to do 8 times 5 divided by 2, and you can use your calculators or use reins, and you know 8 times 5 is 40, divided by 2 would be 20, equals x. So you can just do it super quick like that too. So another example of that, let's do 4 over 6 equals 9 over x, or let me switch that around. Sorry, x over 9. That way we're going in a different direction. Okay, so we're going to have 4 times 9, and we're going to divide it by 6. So 4 times 9 divided by 6, 36 divided by 6 is 6. So x equals 6. Okay, So two methods to do it. You're going to get the same answer either way, so whatever works best for you.